What's up, Hoopers? Back again with another basketball review, one that I am very, very excited to talk to you about. It is the BADL. That's ball all day long, indoor game ball. Let's talk about it. Now, for those of you who only have 60 seconds and are always in my comments talking about he takes too long to talk about the basketball, let's get into it. Now, the BADL or ball all day long indoor game basketball is not quite yet available for production. I got this ball early because the kind people over there at BADL were nice enough to give it to me for an early preview to review it, and I'm here to talk about it. Now, it's an incredible feeling basketball. It feels completely broken in when you first get it, which is actually kind of nice. There aren't too many basketballs, at least indoor, that feel like they're ready to go right when you get it. The channels are deep, really nice, reminds me a lot of a BADL Elite, or honestly the most comparable basketball I would say is the Adidas indoor basketball, which has a similar feel. The grooves and panels are about a similar size. The only difference is that I would say that this basketball is much heavier. Out of all the indoor basketballs that I have, this one is probably the heaviest, which has its pros and cons. Obviously, the cons are that it's difficult to shoot with from distance, and it's a little tricky as far as the dribbling goes. But if you use this basketball first and then go to any other basketball, surprisingly, every other basketball is wet from three, and the handle is incredible, and I felt like I was able to finish a lot better. So I don't think the intention was for this to be a training basketball, but after using it a few times, I started using it as kind of like a weighted vest to get ready for a vertical, to get ready for my game. Now, for those of you who want a much more detailed review and want a full breakdown with more B-roll footage, let's get into it. Now, the BADL ball all day long indoor game ball is a really nice basketball. Pros were the feel and the consistency. The cons, the biggest con and really the only con I have about the basketball is the actual weight. Now, I actually weighed a number of different basketballs just to make sure that I wasn't crazy. I weighed the Evolution, I weighed an OG Evo, I weighed the NCAA, and I weighed the Wilson official NBA basketball. Now, out of all of those basketballs, this one was the heaviest, coming in at over 600 grams. Now, the closest basketball in weight was the Wilson Evolution, which is somewhere around 585 grams. So not a whole lot, but enough to notice a difference, especially when you're playing in a game with the basketball. Now, the feel of it, like I said, is absolutely incredible. There aren't too many basketballs that feel like it's ready to get on the court and use right away, like you've had it for a few months and have been using it for a while. The feel of the basketball is fantastic. The catch and shoot feel, the dribbling, it's really nice, but somehow there's something inside, and I think it's something that has to do with the way that the weight is distributed within the basketball, and it really highlights some of the other basketballs when they talk about, like for example, the Wilson Evo. They talk about that technology, that soft core technology that allows the ball to rotate more, and I kind of understand the difference between the cores, where it feels like this one has a much heavier core, whereas the Evo has a softer core, which allows the ball to be lighter but allows the ball to rotate a little bit more. The rotation on this basketball is a little tough. Now, what I will say is that if this is someone's very first introduction to producing indoor game basketballs, well done. Well done. I mean, I really enjoy the look of the basketball itself. The black lettering with the gold accents I think are really sweet. I love the vertical lettering, the ball all day long, as opposed to the horizontal all across the entire basketball, which I think 90% of all basketball companies do. What that does is it actually allows for more space of the surface of the material of the basketball, which will lend itself to being more of a consistent feel around the basketball because you have more of that surface area to play with. So I think that's actually something smart. Don't know if that's actually something that was intended, but I think that that is a pro, and I think it actually adds to the product. The one thing that I absolutely love is the print around the kind of official logoing. Now, a lot of companies are getting away from the rectangular kind of stamp, and a lot of them are now going to a circular kind of stamp or embossed logo or messaging around that. Now, what I love with this one is that it says family sacrifices allow you to play. Now, if you're someone who's played basketball up until high school, college, semi-pro, professional, there are a lot of sacrifices people have made for you and sacrifices you have made for the game. It's not just you, it's a family of people, it's a village of people, it's a community of people that have gotten you to where you've gotten in your game of basketball, and those sacrifices have been made. And this basketball is just a reminder that a great message to all of those young hoopers, mid-level hoopers, OG hoopers, young OG hoopers like myself, to remind you that the sacrifices made for your family have allowed you to get this far in the game. And it's got me this far, right? It's got me this far on a YouTube channel where I've got companies like BADL, or Ball All Day Long rather, sending me product to review, and I couldn't be happier. Most importantly, if I'm not mistaken, first black owned and operated basketball product company on the market. Just saying. Just saying. You guys know, if any of you follow my Instagram, you guys know that I am really into black owned and operated companies promoting black owned product. And I did not reach out to them, they actually reached out to me. So I am completely flattered, humbled, and thrilled to have been able to review this basketball for you guys. When this basketball is available, I suggest that if you're looking for a basketball that has a great feel and you're looking for a company to support that is run by someone that looks like you, talks like you, and lives the game like we do, I would suggest getting the Ball All Day Long or BADL indoor game basketball. You can go to ballalldayLong.myshop.com, I believe it is. If that's not it, I'll put the correct link in the description, and I'll put the correct link right here for you guys to get the basketball. Once again, I think it's a fantastic basketball. It's definitely on the heavier side of indoor basketballs, but it's a great company to support, and they produce a really good product. And as always, keep hooping. It's a really nice basketball. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's really, I mean, like, it's really nice. It's definitely really nice.